If Hanoi has the lyricism of milk flower rose, Haiphong has the brilliance of royal poinciana rose, then Saigon has extremely cool tamarind rose with many memories. Not as passionate as Hanoi's milk flower, nor as brilliant as royal poinciana, but the tamarind rose in Saigon have a bit of poetry and a bit of antiquity. And not only that, this is also the reason why poets and musicians Deep Minh Thuyen wrote the poem, The Road with Flying Tamarind Leaves for Saigon. Saigon, the road with flying tamarind leaves, seems to be in tune with the cold of February of the earth and sky. All the surrounding trees and plants also have fresh green buds sprouting in the wind, calling people's hearts. Flowering trees bloom, leafy trees grow leaves, fruit trees grow fruit. All in harmony with the dance of the blooming and budding season. Not only creating a poetic beauty for the streets of the city center. The tall tamarind trees with their tamarind leaves also provide shade for passers-by, soothing the intense heat of summer. The fallen tamarind leaves create a yellow patch on the road surface, making the Saigon street scene more colorful. People love tamarind not only because of the afternoons when tamarind leaves flutter, but also because of the clusters of tamarind trees hanging heavy on the branches every summer. Tamarind is a popular fruit in Vietnamese cuisine. Tamarind, sometimes even young tamarind leaves, are used to cook sour soup. Tamarind jam is also loved by many people during Tet. Saigon tamarind also helps people remember their childhood memories. Remember the days after school, running to the school gate with friends to buy a bag of tamarind soaked in salt and chili. Taking a bite of the sour and spicy piece that was so satisfying. Or the sunny noon, skipping school to climb a tree to pick tamarind, being scolded by a strict teacher. That small, sour fruit contains a fierce childhood. If you have the opportunity to visit Saigon, you should once walk on the streets with tamarind leaves flying in the pure morning, in the windy afternoon, or after a shower, to feel the vitality and peace of Saigon. If sour fish soup with wild sesame flowers tops the list of Western cuisine, sour fish soup with got fish is a rustic delicacy that is no less. This soup is often cooked with young tamarind leaves, lily flowers or sodua flowers. Although each soup has its own delicious flavor, the most elegant is sour fish soup with young tamarind leaves. Got fish is a type of catfish, found in abundance in the southwest region, and can weigh up to 1 kilogram, but due to the increasingly rare number of fish, nowadays, got fish are only the size of 2 to 3 adult fingers. Living mainly in brackish water, canals, ditches and natural shrimp ponds. It can be said that got fish is one of the most delicious fish in the West. Its flavor is characteristic of the river region with firm, sweet meat, tough skin, fragrant fish eggs hidden inside a golden belly, fatty and not boring to eat. Normally, in the rainy season, the goby fish go in schools, each one is fat and plump, with a belly full of golden eggs, following the canals to the fields to lay eggs. This is also the time when people go fishing for goby fish to process into many delicious dishes with rich flavors such as braised with lemongrass, braised with turmeric, dried, made into fish sauce, cooked with fermented rice and jackfruit. Just throw the net, Set the tray, and then sit back and wait for enough fish to eat all day. The sour soup with goby fish from the West is not too complicated to prepare, but it is irresistibly delicious because of the sweetness of the fish, the harmonious sourness of young tamarind leaves, the slight spiciness of chili, the green color of okra, and the red color of tomatoes, creating a perfect bowl of soup. Because young tamarind leaves are not always available, to have a delicious pot of soup, you must definitely find a handful of green tamarind leaves at the tip of the branch so that the sourness is mild and fragrant. Call the leaves young but not the kind that are milky, and not too old, because if the leaves are too young, the soup will lack sourness, and picking old leaves will make the soup taste harsh. Housewives often whisper to each other how to choose delicious goby fish, that is, the fish must be very fresh, the fish's eyes are still clear, the gills are bright red, the skin is shiny and the fish is still slimy. If it is the rainy season, around the 4th lunar month, choose goby fish with a belly full of eggs. For ready-made fish, choose fish with a pinkish red color, no dark spots, and shiny outer skin. Use your hand to gently press on the fish's body to feel its elasticity and no dents. Absolutely do not choose fish that have a foul smell, red or black eyes with no visible pupils, fish meat and gills that are dark red turning black or pale green. Soak the goby fish in salt water and rub it to remove the slime. You can also use lemon, vinegar, wine, diluted salt or sliced ginger. Rice water and soak the fish for about 5 to 10 minutes to help remove the fishy smell. In addition, you can marinate the fish with pepper, shallots, chili, to help remove the fishy smell and add more delicious flavor to the dish. After cleaning, the fish is stir-fried with finely chopped lemongrass and chili. Add a little salt, sugar, seasoning powder. Then reduce the heat and simmer until the spices are absorbed. Crush the washed tamarind leaves and add a little onion, dill, and chopped chili to create a fragrant smell. When the sour soup boils, it will have a characteristic aroma, and you can taste a little sour on the tip of your tongue. Sour soup with young tamarind leaves can be eaten with water mimosa flowers, water spinach, banana stems, and a few chili peppers. A small tip to keep the sour soup with fish from smelling fishy is that the cook will wait for the water to boil before adding the fish. Being a small fish, the goby fish cooks very quickly. Just boil for about 5 minutes, then turn off the stove. Otherwise the fish meat will be crushed, not delicious. Of all the sour flavors from the plains to the forest, from tamarind, vong vang leaves, fermented rice, there is no flavor as refreshing on the tip of the tongue as young tamarind leaves. And only in Long An can you find a pot of sour soup with young tamarind leaves, white as morning dew, and also the yellow color of cooked tamarind leaves like a rice field in the late afternoon. Sip each spoonful of hot soup, enjoy each piece of fragrant and chewy goby fish. Add a few sprigs of vegetables and diners can fully experience the flavor of Western cuisine through a bowl of sour soup with goby fish cooked with young tamarind leaves.